I'm Albert Towell from Summer Associate Hub, and this is Practice in Point One, where we interview big law attorneys all about their practice in under 6 minutes or 0.1 billable hours. All right, so tell us your name, your title, your practice area, and where you work.
Hi, I'm Laura Hernandez. I'm a first-year associate in the Internet Strategies Group based in San Francisco with Wilson Sonsini, Goodrich, Rosati. The Internet Strategies group is a really unique group at Wilson Sonsini. We're primarily a litigation group. We also do some counseling, and we do a lot of IP litigation for copyright, trade secrets, and trademarks, but we also do so much more than that. We do a lot of Section 230 cases, for those of you who are familiar, also contract cases, products liability cases, really anything that is unique to internet platforms and the issues they face is litigation and counseling that our group handles.
So take us through a typical case and a typical day that you would experience at work.
Yeah, one of my favorite types of cases we get are cases from plaintiffs that are representing themselves, pro se plaintiffs. These are really fun cases, especially for junior associates, because they're small. The facts are small and the amount of claims that are being brought are small. And they're given to junior associates like me to handle from start to finish, of course, with the support of a partner. And so these are a really good way for junior associates to get in and start learning really early. So for example, a complaint will come in, I'll see the complaint and I'll meet with the partner and we'll come up with a strategy about what to do to respond to this complaint. And then from there, I'm responsible for researching our response. Say it's a motion to dismiss. I do all of the research for that. And I also draft the entire response from start to finish, which is, I think, something that's really fun to do as a junior this early in your career. And then I also am responsible for the case management of this. So making sure we're tracking all of our deadlines, we're hitting all of our meet and confers. We've got all of the relevant papers to file with our motion. There's so many steps I've learned along the way that you have to keep track of. And these small cases are a really great way for junior associates like myself to learn all of it.
That's fantastic. So what is an example of an interesting legal issue that you've dealt with as part of your practice?
Yeah, most recently, I've been seeing a lot of products liability lawsuits. Two come to mind in particular that have been quite large with our clients. And these are interesting because I never thought in law school that products liability would apply to the internet. I always thought of more, manufacturing. But it's been a new theory of liability that plaintiffs have asserted. And it's generally done, what we've been seeing is they're alleging a design defect in these internet platforms, that their recommendation algorithms are addictive and causing harm to a variety of people. And so it's been really fun to argue in response to those cases. Generally, our arguments are that they are not a product, and every court so far has agreed with that. But some courts are facing that issue for the very first time. And so that's a really fun part of our practice group, is seeing courts handle issues that are facing these new technologies for the first time.
That's fascinating. So what is the coolest case that you've worked on?
Yeah, so this is definitely Gonzalez v. Google, which went to the Supreme Court this past year. It's a really exciting case for those of you who are interested in Section 230. It's the first case of Section 230 to go to the Supreme Court. And as a first-year associate, I got to touch it just a little bit. There were almost 80 amicus briefs submitted, either in support of either party for this case. And so one of my jobs, along with several other associates, was to read every amicus brief and summarize it for the client and pull out maybe some key quotes that might come up in the news. So that was really special just to be a part of a Supreme Court case, especially as a junior.
That's great. So what type of person do you think would enjoy being an internet strategies litigation attorney?
Yeah, I think someone who finds issues facing online platforms to be really interesting, someone who finds speech online to be interesting, who's interested in Section 230, copyright, really a variety of claims, but how they're presented to the unique way that they're presented to the internet platforms.
And why did you choose to be an internet strategy attorney?
Yeah, this is really like my passion area. I love content moderation. I used to work a little bit in content moderation, and it's something that I really wanted to stay close to. And there's really no other group that I would want to be a part of. Internet Strategies is the perfect fit for someone like me who comes from a content moderation background.
That's great. Well, thanks for the insights and the info, Laura Hernandez from the Internet Strategies Group in Wilson Sonsini. Thanks so much.
Thank you.